How's it going, everybody? Kurt here from Teknoaxes Anime. Today we have a deck profile for a very special deck that I customly created. A little inspiration, my own deck called the SplaTOON World Deck, or SplaTOON deck for short. Basically, what it uses, if you can't already tell, it uses the Toon monsters and it also uses the Gisky monsters as the Splat, and this is the Toon, so SplaTOON. Pretty creative. It actually works out really well, and I'm going to show you all the cards in here. It's a pretty simple but fun deck. First off, I run 2 Goblin Attack Force and 3 Gemini Elf Toons. These are basic cards to have in the deck, in any Toon deck. If you don't run at least 2 of these in a Toon deck, you have the bad makings of a Toon World deck. Because these are very basic monsters that can be summoned without even Toon World. But they are pretty good beat sticks in the deck itself. Next off, we go to Toon Mermaid. This is one of my favorite Toons, actually, from the original Toon set. And it's in this deck for a very specific reason, because it's a water monster and it's a Toon, so it works perfectly. So I run 3 of those, and they can be special summoned with Toon World or Toon Kingdom, as we have in this deck. So next off, we have Gisky Shadow. I run 3 of him, and his ability with Ritual Summoning, you can discard a card and then you can add a Gisky Ritual spell from your deck to your hand. And that works really well when you have the 3 Aqua Mirrors, which we'll get to in just a minute. And for my last Toon, I have a Toon monster. I have my Toon Mass Sorcerer. He's good. His effect's pretty good. When, he can draw when he does damage, which most Toons, when they attack directly, they can attack directly. And once he does damage, he allows you to draw a card, which makes him pretty good in this deck. Next, we have 3 Vision Gishkis. If you ritual summon a monster with this card, this one card can be used as the entire tribute. So this is a very low level water monster, and he can add a Gisky ritual from your deck to your hand by discarding him, or he can be used as a whole tribute to summon out these monsters, which we'll get into right now. We have Gisky Gigas, 3 of them, and his ability, you can pay 1,000 life points, draw 1 card. If you do, reveal it. If it's a Gisky monster, you can shuffle it from the field into the deck. You can shuffle 1 card on the field. So this card is pretty good, because your chances of getting a Gisky card are pretty good. Then they're pretty bad if you get the Toons. But overall, he's a good card to have in this deck. 3,200 attack, pretty good, especially if you can use this card to summon him. And our last monster of the deck is Gisky Gus Krake, or Gus Kraken. You can ritual summon this card with any Gisky ritual card. Not only just this, but the other ones as well. But I just used the regular Aqua Mirrors. But then you can look at 2 random cards in your opponent's hand and then shuffle 1 back to the deck. This is pretty good, to mess up your opponent's hand and maybe what they're planning to do, their setup. And I find this a pretty useful ritual, and it actually works because it's actually a squid or an octopus, which fits to the theme. Duh. Next we get into spells. I run 1 Shadow Toon. Shadow Toon allows for when Toon World or Toon Kingdom is on the field, you can target 1 monster, and your opponent controls inflict damage equal to that attack. So say your opponent is about to do has a 1-turn kill strategy, and they get their monsters attack really high. You can use this card and decrease their life points substantially. And I find it's a pretty good and trolly card for this deck. Next off, in spells, we have more Rated Greed. I only run 1 of these. It kind of helps if you don't need to ritual summon, and you have like 2 of these in your hand, or you have 2 of these and you don't need it. And it gives you a new draw Then I run 2 Dark Holes, 2 Terraformings, 1 Mimicat, because Mimicat allows when 2 worlds on the field, and a 2 monster. And this is why you can control a 2 monster into a world on the field. You can target 1 card, and this becomes that card, and you can activate it. What I find really cool about this is it can become any card. And that's all I can say about that. It's a really fun card for the Toon deck in general. I run 3 Table of Contents, 1 Salvage for the water monsters, 3 Aqua Mirrors for, you know, the ritual summoning, 1 Comic Hand. You can run 2 in this deck actually, but I run 1 because it kind of evens out the draw ratio. But this will, but in conjunction with another card, you can use this to take control of your opponent's monster, turn it into a toon, which I find really cool. We have 1 United We Stand. This just allows you to spam all these monsters, and then once you do, you can use United We Stand to increase their attacks exponentially. You can also use this in conjunction with the Shadow Toon card and make your opponent really, really strong. And then knock them out with that, which I find hilarious. For the last spell cards, I run 3 Toon Kingdoms. Toon Kingdom is a very quintessential card for this deck because it can't be destroyed because it banishes a card instead from the top of the deck. And this thing can make toons invincible. This is the bread and butter of this deck, and that's why I run 3 of it. And you're wondering why I run 2 Terraformings is because one of these can count as that to get this. So yeah. And for my trap cards, I have 1 Toon Briefcase. It allows me to special summon. And it allows me to shuffle that card back into your deck of some of my opponent's summons. And then 1 Skill Drain. This is just for trolls and giggles and stuff. And that's it for the main deck. Now we're going to go to the extra deck, where I run 1 Hot Red Archfiend, Crimson Blader, Scrap Dragon, Stardust Dragon, Brilliant Stardust Spark Dragon, now into Xyz, Dark Rebellion, Ragnar Zero, Pappy Operative, Black Ship of Corn, 2 Silent Arc Knights, 1 Castle, the Sky Musketeer, Abyss Dweller, which is really good in any order deck, Diamond Crab King because of his defense, and my special favorite is Cat Shark. This is only if you can get off like summoning this, using these to summon that, but it's actually a fun card, and I had extra space so I put him in here, and he's kind of cartoony and stuff as is, so I kind of like it. And then for my side deck, I have 1 Rollback and 1 Mask. This is just if you want to add extra toons and take out some of these cards. But, you know, you can play the deck perfectly fine without having these cards added. But yeah, thank you. That was my deck profile. I think it's a really good deck. It's the best way I could think using Yu-Gi-Oh! To make a SplaTOON deck based on the game. But anyways, if you did like it, please remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos. And leave me a comment down below. Tell me some suggestions for decks that you want me to build, and I might do it. But anyways, until next time, Kurt out.